If you're struggling to find winning trades, you need to have this key VWAP on your 15-minute chart as well as watching the 1 minute so you can quickly get into the right direction of trend at one of the best prices. Let's quickly get into it here. First off, quickly bouncing back slightly from that tilt day of whatever you want to call it, where I lost my account with Tradeify. I didn't tilt. I just left the trade open all day. No max day loss rule, lost the account. So let's all pretend there's a minus $3,000 here because there is. But I don't have the information to import, so whatever. So I made about 1.8K this week, making half of that day back, which is the good note on it. Now, how did I make those trades? Well, here on the 15-minute, the best VWAP that has been giving me that 27-day streak I had in the start of the new year, if you guys remember that, and getting me the most payouts is this daily VWAP, the overnight VWAP from the changeover of day here in black, right? This is right here at the open, finding great long opportunities on stream together on AceFX TV off of the overnight VWAP again. That approaching that pre-market into the open, a nice bullish rally, break for a new high a day. If we can get a pullback, I want to create that higher low of the bullish trend off of this key view up because that's where it normally attracts to and wants to pull back to, and the next move comes in from there. So really nice long opportunities, as you can see there, as buyers defend it really well, and people on AceFX TV on the streams were able to find money long. Now one of the things I always say of I want to get in down here before the move happens. I don't want to have to chase the move too high up and hope there's more move in it to be had, right? Because I could buy it here and make some more money. But if I buy it way up here, hopefully it goes higher. But you can see it doesn't because I have no way to track. Do we keep going? I really would prefer us to be off of this key VWAP and not have to chase and hope there's still more gas in the tank. So you let it do what it wants. You know, all the amateurs are going to see how bullish this is and going to jump up here into the longs, and they're probably going to lose, right? And the worst thing they would do is then sell it, and then it comes back into trend. They sold it because they were wrong on their longs. Okay, I guess it's coming lower. They sell it. Nope, you were right on the longs. You just got a bad price. And it comes back higher because this is later on in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. Bounce off that same view up we protected here at the open, and the next leg of trend comes in. Everything I teach for the most part on this channel and on the streams is trend continuation. So when we have a clean trending day like this, it's very important that we try to catch the next leg of it. Now, the first leg would be down here off that key VWAP. If I miss that leg of it, I don't want to have to jump in maybe towards the end of the move. I want to get in before the next move then happens. So I let it pull back and then move back higher. That's the ideal way to trade it. Now, if you look at my trades there, they're going to look a little bit different on the first one here. Kind of going with what I said of here's the first move, the first leg of trend continuation. I missed it. I don't want to then just jump in late and hope it keeps going higher because you can see it does not, because I want to be as close to that daily view up here on the left as possible, which is here on the break of New York view up. So that was probably one of the best trades of the day, seeing how well we're respecting this daily view up under here. And now buyers are stepping in above the New York view up, taking out these lower highs we were having. Then you get that 15-minute trend continuation. You just get clean higher highs and higher lows, but how much higher does it want to go? Who knows? Well, it wanted to go as high as 58.36, and then as it stalled up here, not really making those news highs anymore, in my opinion, the 15-minute was just too high for me to want to buy it. So let me sell it back down to that New York view up, which is where I'd want the retest to happen, right? You would normally see me wait for this pullback and then find the next long, right? Which isn't the bad play. I just maybe a little bit too eager, wanting to catch the pullback where I would normally, and I still stand by it, rather than trying to catch the pullback or time the pullback, let it come in and then react and try to find the next leg of trend, because trend is your best friend, right? We could all argue if I want to play this type of reversal idea here, I'd be too early. If I tried it there, I'd be too early. It happened. I was right on time. But that's very tough to do consistently, but I feel like I can consistently catch the next leg of trend as long as I use these key VWAPs. Here's the next trade, which is then back into trend and something you see me take all the time, as it does come back down to the New York VWAP and the opening range high, and we get a break of higher day VWAP. Now, I got to break even on this one because we did get some extension out of it. This is on NQ. This is all a new 15-minute candle. I'm getting in like mid 15-minute candle, and we actually did get some nice bullish continuation on that same 15-minute candle, but I would not want that 15-minute candle to completely flip back down and actually turn red, which is what it did. So that's why I moved stop to break even prematurely, as I didn't have profits off the table yet. But I knew I wouldn't love it as much from this price if it got back to break even, because maybe it wants to build another higher low, and I could just look to get back in after it's done pulling back, right? Because maybe it still does go higher today, but maybe it's not finished building the bullish structure underneath us, which it wasn't, but it would have stopped me out first. Here's the next trade. It does set that base. If you guys can guess where this deeper pullback is off of, this one's off the New York VWAP. This one basing down on here, it's off the 15-minute daily VWAP. So still respecting that level like we went over here on the 15-minute. That retest is right here. So it's holding that very nicely. The long I took first was off here. It's not really off a 15-minute key level, but it certainly is on the 1 minute. So it's definitely a valid trade. I should be in that. It just wasn't ready as it wasn't done pulling back. But then it pulls back to the daily. This is a fine break of high day VWAP. But maybe it is making these lower highs still because ES at this time wasn't looking super bullish. We can maybe touch on that as well. But this one I do like because now you're seeing maybe a higher low set in that we are no longer falling on top. And we're maybe starting to make those higher highs and higher lows again. Hope you guys can also understand those drawings, right? Higher high, higher low. Let's go continue that bullish structure we're now starting to paint again. And you can see I got out at break even because I'm on a coaching call. I'm not really even looking at it. It's late on in the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm not really trading this hour. But it did go higher, make a new high day to continue that trend. So I had the right idea. I was in the right price, a good stop loss. I just wasn't giving it enough attention because I'm distracted with the coaching call. So I just got out of it, break even once I got out of the drawdown, not wanting to not know what it was doing, right? So that's my fault. Obviously, I missed out on the gains. But hopefully some of you made money on that trade because it is textbook. Follow the higher lows off a key level and continue the trend. That long comes right here off the daily retest. Buying the second break of high day VWAP. Buyers are back in. Let's go continue that clearly bearish trend. Higher highs, higher lows all day, even all week. That it's very easy to want to be a buyer over a seller because there's just way more of them in the market. Another thing, I don't really look at it too often, but the pre-market structure that we retested here at the open, it's kind of just retesting off yesterday's high where we couldn't get above in the yesterday PM session. We just retested it here as support. So a nice break and retest of that, and then a nice break and retest of the daily VWAP trend continuation. So hopefully you guys did make money on it. We could look at ES real quick to compare the two. This is a starter week VWAP here in yellow. Yesterday's New York VWAP is blue. And let's turn on the daily VWAP here in black just to keep it semi-simple. Now you can see ES did get below its daily VWAP for sure. Here at the open, it looked the same as NQ, respecting that daily VWAP. But it did come below it because I wanted to respect yesterday's New York VWAP and the starter week VWAP. So it was indeed a bullish day, still just making these ultimate higher lows. Never a doubt that it more so bullish, not wanting to be a seller. Because although we're below the daily VWAP, structure is not actually falling. Breaking structure to the left of it, aka that higher low we set in the pre-market. So not really a full seller. On top of that, I can't really love the shorts over here. Being below the New York is not enough because I know what NQ looks like. I know NQ actually looks a lot more bullish. So then how is ES going to really have a good time or easy time falling when NQ is holding up bullish? It's probably not going to. So I like to lean into both assets, whatever one is almost lagging, right? ES may be below, but NQ is still above. Okay, well then if NQ can get below it and match ES, maybe I'll like the shorts. But if one of them is in disagreement, I'm going to follow the one that most likely makes sense to me in terms of, well, NQ is above, and that makes sense because look how bullish it is. ES is below, but it's a pretty bullish day, so that doesn't make too much sense. I'm going to follow NQ today. And whatever it is, maybe that's the wrong way to go about it. Makes me money, so I don't care. That's why I find ease of it and not get too overcomplicated with trading both assets. But I think there were some good opportunities today to watch these key VWAPs. And I think just the biggest lesson, I say it all the time, of we don't need to catch the full move. That if you did miss these trades at the open, like I didn't catch the longs here because of those lower highs, forgetting for a second how bullish we are on the 15-minute, that you missed that part of the move, that's fine. Don't just jump in late to the party hoping there's more to be had. Realize it, accept it, you missed it, that's fine. There's more opportunities. Let it come back to fit your plan. Hopefully your plan says it should be off a key level. And then you could just find this trade later on, right? There's always a trade to be had if you could just be patient. Now, if you took these two longs, that's great off the daily VWAP. But how many of you also took a long up here and a short down here, that these two winning longs you had were really just making up for two losses that you had as well, and now no money was really made on the day, right? So hopefully you guys made money on the longs and also missed out and avoided the losing trades of jumping in short at the wrong time or chasing longs at the wrong time as well. So as always, make sure you have these VWAPs on and check out the 15-minute. Get a better read on trend where you're at. Don't let this 1 minute fool you and get you excited to do reversals, buy a high price, sell a low price, whatever it is. And we'll start making better strides toward the simplicity and patience. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Again, this is on my Tradeify account, so if you need one, always use code Evan. I'll get you the best deal that they're running right now. That's the accounts I'm trading with here, where I'm saying I lost the one on Thursday, and now I've made about half of it back. So nice and easy, straight to sim funded. That's why I love them. I don't have to go through a challenge stage again. I could just get right back to where I was. Start building the balance towards those payouts. So make sure you, if you need an account, use code Evan so you don't have to pay full price. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Feel free to ask any questions, drop a like, leave a comment. Trade safe, and I'll see you guys on the charts tomorrow morning.